Ladies and gentlemen, live from Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Wednesday or Saturday, and you know what that means. It's time for AEW Dynamite or Collision Event Center. And now here's the man that will bring you the happenings of AEW All Elite Wrestling action, Mr. Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans, 1977, episode 2108 of the show. What's going on, everybody? And as you know, because I didn't get a chance to do this last night, I'm going to do some, I'm doing another Wrestling Event Center report, and that will be from AEW Dynamite. As you know, the road to Dynasty is beginning, and they just got off, a crazy event in, I do believe, and I forget. Hold up just a second. Let's see. Hold up just a second. A Revolution. That's what it was. Revolution. I always try to check my notes here, folks. And it's very important to even take notes while you're watching wrestling. It doesn't matter what event you're taking. While you're watching, I watch all three brands of the WWE, or four brands if you count Evolve. I watch both AEW Dynamite and Collision, and also watch TNA. So I enjoyed wrestling and enjoy it a whole lot, and it's really, really cool. So I know I don't believe in the tribalism and gatekeeping BS and all that. We all know why AEW tried to be different, because they want to appeal to one guy, and that's that dummy Dave Meltzer. And I think Dave Meltzer's got Tony Khan, the Young Bucks, under his evil spell, so to speak. You know what I mean? And if I were Tony Khan, the Young Bucks, I would cut the crap out. All right. Cut ties with Dave Meltzer. I'm sorry. Somebody needs to cut ties with that. Because Dave Meltzer's probably hating on WWE because of Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon's no longer running the WWE. And I say, if I were Tony Khan, we're getting sick and tired of being petty and all that. If we're going to make our company great, we got to collaborate with organizations like the WWE and, TNA. You got to. Look at stuff for WWE and TNA. Although, I would say that this past Tuesday night NXT, not one TNA superstar shown up. Not one TNA wrestler was on the show, which was very, very shocking, to say the least. So, I know Jordynne Grace is a former TNA knockout, but now she's part of the WWE roster, so that's something to deal with. And it was the fallout from Raw Roadblock 2, and plus and I think you're on Stand and Deliver season as well over there, so it's no big deal. But like I said, I'm kind of hoping that Tony Khan and Young Bucks need to open up, need to wake up. I mean, Dave Meltzer's what's killing them. Because they're too busy with what Dave Meltzer thinks. Dave Meltzer should not be the owner of AEW. Tony Khan should be the owner in AEW. And I think there's a reason why not a lot of wrestlers on the continent. I know most of them are hurt and injured and all that, or taking some time off. I get it. But I think they're trying to appeal too much to Dave Meltzer. And if Dave Meltzer sees all the other wrestlers that have not been on TV, he's going to criticize. That's why I said somebody needs, Dave Meltzer needs to get out of the wrestling business. I'm sorry. He needs to get out of the wrestling business. Do something. Criticize on movies, video games. Do something, Meltzer. But get out of the wrestling business, Dave Meltzer, please. What's killing the vibes of, Dave Meltzer's one that causes the gatekeeping and the tribalism, not freaking all the fans out there. Dave Meltzer is the cause of everybody's problems in wrestling. That's all I'm going to say about that matter. So, let's talk about the Dynamite, what happened on Dynamite. The International number one contenders fatal four-way matchup. And this was a heck of a matchup. Now, it could have gone either way. Mark Davis, he was there. The mission to get that international title back when Konosuke Takeshita lost the title to Kenny Omega at Revolution. But we got two winners in this matchup because Mark Davis was double pinned. One by Bailey, Speedball Mike Bailey, the other by Ricochet. So Kenny Omega will defend the international title in a three-way triple threat match. As Don Callis joined on commentary during that matchup. So Speedball Mike Bailey and Ricochet will have an opportunity to get at Kenny Omega for the international title. And the Hurt Business did cut a promo about their tag team title reign. And we'll see who will be next to challenge them. We'll find out because there's a lot going on. The TBS title is on the line as Mercedes Moné was defending it against the former Ring of Honor Women's Television Champion Billy Starks, who was the first ever Ring of Honor Women's Television Champion. And get this for an interesting fact about Billy Starks. She has yet to hit. She's about 20 years old and she's already been in 500 matches, which is amazing. That's a young lady who worked very, very hard. And and Mercedes Moné obviously has kept the title. Who's going to challenge Moné now? Will this lead to Moné and Athena down the road, and Athena being challenged for the Ring of Honor Women's Championship? Remember, Athena is now the longest reigning Ring of Honor Women's Champion, if I might add, and she has not defended that title. I think it's about time that Athena and Mercedes Moné could go one-on-one. We'll know for sure if that match is going to happen. Meanwhile, the Outrunners were talking about hanging out with the Omaha Mavericks college basketball team and what it meant to them and all that. And MJF was cutting a promo mulling whether or not to join up with the Hurt Syndicate. And he said himself that last time he leaned on people to trust him or have a partner, he got burnt in the end. So we'll see what happens with what MJF's decision. He says he will give MVP his decision. If he turns down MVP in a disrespectful manner, I see Bobby Lashley putting that kid in the hospital, putting that old punk in the hospital, and that's what I'm hoping. If MJF turns down MVP and disrespects him, I think Bobby Lashley's going to put that punk kid in the hospital. Telling you right now, I'm calling it. Hey, listen, I called the fact that John Cena was going to win the Elimination Chamber and he will turn on Cody Rhodes. That happened. I called that. So, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping if MJF turns down MVP, Bobby Lashley is going to put that punk kid on a stretcher, on a gurney. And you know what? I'll be cheering for the Hurt Syndicate if that happens because I can't stand MJF. He looks like a freaking Beavis-looking butthead. You're talking about this. You got MJF, you got A-Town Down Under, The Miz, and Logan Paul. Can't stand him. Now I can't stand John Cena, who looks like the freaking president of the Jar Jar Binks fan club. Come on now. And or you put those five. You put John Cena with MJF, The Miz, Grayson Waller, Austin Theory, and Logan Paul. You know, to get the loyal order of dumbass buffaloes. I don't know. Forgive me for swearing, folks, but that's how I feel about John Cena nowadays. He says, I'm breaking up with you, WWE Universe. Yeah? Well, guess what, John Cena? Yeah, that sourpuss look, you look like you make Lance Storm look like he has a personality, for goodness sakes. You make Steve Blackman look like he's got he's Happy Sunshine Dance or something like that. I don't know. Oh man, well, like I said, now MJF, The Miz, Grayson Waller, Austin Theory, and Logan Paul all have punchable faces. I hope somebody punches them all in the face. I hope get kicked to the uprights and go Patriots win the Super Bowl. Anyways, man, I can roast these guys all night, all day, but I got stuff to do here. The AEW World Title on the line in Street Fight: Jon Moxley versus Cope, and the rest of the Death Riders who came back to get their revenge. They got involved, and there was one. Oh my gosh. If you see me on live react to that match on the Chillin' with Jordy last night, good Lord. Now, Adam Copeland's got Spike. It's sort of like what Janice was to Abyss and TNA. It's a 2x4 with nails pointing out of it. And Adam Copeland hit Moxley in the back with that Spike. The nails were stuck on his back. And I'm going, ow, 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 ow. And I was like, ow, and they would try, and Wheeler Yuta came and tried to pull out the spikes. I'm going, ow, don't. It was so, it's like I felt it. It was like it's worse than a Gunter chop to a sunburnt chest, for goodness sakes. It was like, I'm like, poor John Moxley. I got a feel for John Moxley. He's like, did Copeland just, I don't know, did anybody saw that? It was nuts. It was on national television. This happened on national television. It was insane. Oh my good Lord. Ow. Oh, it was so horrible. It was like painful. But despite that happening, okay, FTR tries to help Cope out. Marie Shafir gets involved. Will Nightingale gets involved. And then Moxley ended up winning them. Kip Sabian and Nick Wayne gets involved. You know, and Moxley ended up retaining the title. And then while, Dax Harwood just got frustrated, walked away. Adam Copeland didn't know what was up with that. Cash Wheeler goes, I'll talk to him. And Will Nightingale stood there. It was crazy. Now, Renee Paquette was interviewing Bandito. And surprisingly, that matchup between Cope and Moxley was not in the main event. I'll tell you what was in a minute. And and Bandito was ticked off. He said, that was the first AEW event for my mom and my sister, and you humiliated him. He was ticked at Jericho. And you know what? I hope Bandito beats up Christina Jericho. That's my nickname for Chris Jericho. Shaq called her Christina, which is really funny. Mr. Hi guys, bye guys. I hope Bandito beats that smile, wipes that smile off Jericho's face. That way, to the point where Jericho like, where's my smile go? Chris Jericho is a stupid idiot. He makes the list, right? And then, whoo, Lord. So, and then Johnny TV interrupts him and challenges him to a match at Collision. Slam dunks that. Johnny TV, you're a moron. Can't you see the man's upset? Can't you see? If I saw a man that upset about what happened to his mom and sister at the hands of Chris Jericho, and he's not in a good mood, I stay away from that guy and not challenge him before I get my butt kicked in. And you know what? Johnny TV did not do that. He decided to challenge him to a match. Let's say if I'm not in a good mood and my family was humiliated in their first live event by other people, and someone had the gall to challenge me, I said, dude, I am not in a good mood. And now I'm in more ticked off because you interrupted me when I'm trying to speak my heart out. And since you challenged me to a matchup, I'm going to accept it so I can rearrange your facing. And that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping Bandito rearranges Johnny TV's face. I want to knock Johnny TV out, put him with a clothesline. And now we've got challenge accepted, kid. See you next week or something like that. So that match is happening. Will Ospreay went one-on-one with AR Fox, and Will Ospreay seems to be on the hunt for the AEW World title, and he decided to enter the Owen Hart tournament. And Ospreay ended up winning the matchup, furthering his case for a shot at the AEW World title. Meanwhile, Renee Paquette interviewed Hangman Adam Page, and Adam Page says, you know what? I'm going to enter the Owen Hart tournament as well. And you know what? That's good. Hangman Adam Page wants to work and earn his way to a title shot. Meanwhile, Julia Hart and Queen Aminata were cutting promos on each other. They're gonna run it back one more time on Collision. Meanwhile, Renee Paquette interviews Mercedes Moné, the TBS champion, and she basically was going on her win over Billy Starks. Now the question is, who's going to challenge Mercedes Moné? We'll find out, man. Will somebody from Stardom step up to the plate? We saw Mina Shirakawa has done that in the past. Mobile Nabi. Will Mina Shirakawa make a comeback to the States and decide to challenge Moné again? I would love to see it. I love Mina Shirakawa. I love me some Mina Shirakawa. Speaking of favorite ladies, Timeless Tony Storm was joining on commentary as the main event was Chris Statlander going one-on-one with Megan Bayne. Looks like if She-Ra and Beth Phoenix's DNAs got mixed up in a freak science lab, you get Megan Bayne, the Megasis. And Penelope Ford got involved in the matchup time and time again. Aubrey Edwards says, I had enough. You're ejected from ringside. But then, as both ladies were fighting outside the ring, Megan Bayne grabs Trish Statlander, throws Statlander at Timeless Tony Storm. She gets knocked down. Everybody's like, would you help her up, for goodness sakes, and all that. Then, and then Megan Bayne picks up the victory. Then Bayne and Storm decide, and Timeless Tony Storm, I love Timeless Tony Storm. She's not afraid of anybody she's stepped in the ring with, and she is not afraid to speak her mind. She goes in there against Megan Bayne and brawls with her to the point where security had to break it up, and then Tony Storm goes, you know what? She starts grilling Bayne, and she goes, I'll make it easy for you since you don't talk that much. You and I going at it for the title at Dynasty. So that's another match happening. Another title match. Megan Bayne, a huge opportunity in her short time in AEW, challenging a Timeless One, Tony Storm. Well, that is all the time we have on the show. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to another episode of the show. Coming up, gotta press my luck. It's time to do that battle against that rotten whammy. And I'm hoping to win this time. Well, that's all there is. I'll see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful day. Until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home.
That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E and door for Bob Saget production, and in association with a Raving Bull for 3000 Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. See you later on the next episode of the show. Goodbye for now.